tried using a different streaming software. Man, my computer lagged. Alright, what's up, guys? Alright, so nice 1% move. Yes, I'm still. I really want that 4,000 test. I'm actually gonna draw a line there. 4,000 test, which is in conjunction of our. Oh, I don't want to do that. Our daily supply. We're ahead as daily supply. Nice push up, huge drop. Nice engulfing the other day. Yes, we have an hour down here, which is same as our 4 hour. And then we have like a little smaller time frame, 30-minute, 15-minute right here, in which we kind of dropped based here. I kind of like that right there. Dropped based, pushed up. So today's Friday. We have monthlies, or they call it OPEX, but they have monthlies expiring today. So towards the end of the day, you're going to see a little volatility and other things like of that nature. See if they get monthlies to roll over, because you have your weeklies, monthlies, quarterlies, your futures. So monthlies are the ones with the higher volume, higher open interest. Like if you wanted to go farther out, you pick, May 20th, June 17th, August something. You look in your options chain of what the monthlies are. And they do like 3 months ahead, and then you start doing quarterlies, and then you do what I think 6 months, and then you got yearlies. So those are the monthlies. Definitely yesterday was scalper's paradise. We had up, down, and then a slow, overnight session. Pretty slow. Watch that overnight high. I don't like that either. Normal, okay. Watch that overnight high. We're holding above the previous, kind of breaker structure right here. Okay, bye. Kind of not going to school. Nice hold of that 39.33, which they faked out twice, which makes sense. They bought it down, and then it seems like they're pushing. Main thing you want to watch is do they need to bring the price up to attract more sellers to actually drive the price all the way down. We do have, watch our 50 fib retracement from our swing high to swing low, which would be that 1 hour supply right here, almost on the point at 3975, which would be that 50% retracement. We could go up to the 0.618. So that's definitely two key spots, that 3975 and then 4,000. I'm going to put a video out on my fib retracements. Gonna try to do 5 videos this week and to put out for you guys. Webcam. I got a new webcam. I just need to block all this junk behind me. But not much news overnight. Really don't see much news at all, which is pretty good. Some of our article supply chains are never returning to normal, which could be, they just gotta adapt. That's the main thing. But here's our game plan on ES. We'll roll through at the end. NQ, we're kind of rejecting where we rejected yesterday. This was the high yesterday. ES really didn't make it. It made it past the supply and almost to another supply. But ES was definitely you know, what caused that that the high a day right here on this 1 hour drop base drop. We also have another one here. So yeah, NQ was that top right there. Um, you know, ES kind of broke above its previous supply here, but it's 1 hour's up there. So VIX laid out VIX. You guys, if you play SPY based off VIX, you're pretty good. Definitely looking for it to come down to the 26, 71, kind of down here, and then come push back up. That's the ideal if it wants to, if we want to have a market push a little bit. So the inverse of that on ES would be this. Apple, Apple closed 137. Is at 139. Pretty nice overnight session for Apple. 145, I'll look to short. And we also have a demand here. Which is a 2-day, which really should come down more. Right there at 133. Like 133.88. Apple is definitely overall weak. Been overall weak, so keep that in mind. AMD, popping up from demand here. I believe it's kind of a lower time frame. Yeah, the 4-hour push up. So nice pop up from demand. Definitely want to see the supply, but the supply wasn't able to break the structure here. So it's not the strongest, but we're still watching that supply because it's right here. Kind of weird over here. So AMD could be a little iffy. I'm just watching that lower. It's your kid. You should have woken him up before he had to leave. Okay, you got it. Go tickle him. AMD hit this supply up here, nice sell off. You could tell towards open, had a nice push drop go. That would have been a nice. A lot of things did this yesterday morning. So we're kind of in no man's land. So let's see which way direction it goes. We'll see. Facebook, we had this like lower time frame drop here that we almost hit yesterday, but just like AMD yesterday was that push into that demand, nice push up drop. So we're kind of in no man's land. Facebook, I would like for it to get up to 201 before I short it. Facebook likes to move on Fridays. I really love Facebook for 0 days. Microsoft seems to be opening it in a supply. There's your 30-minute drop. Big drop sideways. Another big drop. Come back up. Um, Dropped again. Seems like we're breaking above. If we break above that 257, there's a lot of momentum to the upside. I don't really see a lot of supply. I mean, you possibly have like a lower time frame supply here, and then a lower time frame supply here, and then you have this gap, which I like to do this little trick, 50% to fill that gap. But Microsoft, of course, has been weaker in the market than normal. And Nat and Nvidia. Nvidia, man, this thing's been crazy gappy. Gap ups, gap downs, gap ups. This is hard to do supply and demand. Nvidia does have earnings on the 25th, which is interesting. Um, Possibly with extended hours on 178, maybe hit their drop. I don't. Nvidia's gonna be tough to play. I don't know what to tell you. You have to wake him up. Can you close the door, please? Yeah, Nvidia is definitely hard to play. I'd say the main thing here is we're just trading in a box. So we're really waiting for that box, for it to break like that. You can tell right here, we traded in a box. Right here, we traded in a box. Um, and then kind of like right here, we traded in a box. So Nvidia's just like kind of consolidating, moving down. Consolidates here, moves down. So that's the only really way we can play Nvidia right now. Really nothing too crazy about that one. Um, Affirm. I need to move Affirm off this. Or we could keep it there. Amazon seems to be holding at 2100. That 2100. This isn't a supply and demand. This is just a nice, your former resistance here. Hold up. You want former resistance to hold as support, and you can tell right there, nice support held. We could definitely head up to that, 2300 today if tech wants to roll and be strong. crowd. No, FedEx. I was waiting for this FedEx to get down to this daily demand right here, and look what it did yesterday. From that demand had a nice 3% move to the upside. There's that push out of it. That would have been a nice little play, but oh well. Google. Lucid had a very strong day, 11%. Seems to be still going. Uh, preferred. I think it's gonna break over this. Seems like it's gonna break over it. Lucid, if we get to these zones right here, definitely look into the short. That's the only thing I'm looking for Lucid, is to actually hit that 24, 25 area, and you can grab long puts for it. Moderna, strong day, 4%. Had a nice upper wicks. Not really looking into Moderna. Not really looking at MU. Netflix still doing absolutely nothing since earnings. Neo, pretty nice gap up. It's breaking this downtrend from November. It's only hit once though, and then you have or 2 points, and then here we have from the all-time high, we have a 3-point downtrend. That comes way up here. I know a lot of people that got into Neo super long. Um, Personally, I don't like the company. They don't make money, but we'll see. We're opening up in a daily supply, so Neo can drop it open. PayPal making a nice move after hours. Roblox seems just consolidation here. Seems just like a huge resistance, kind of like an inverted head and shoulders here. Not sure what's gonna happen there, but Roblox, man, if we break above that, we could see 39.23. Snap, saw this yesterday. This was a nice daily demand touch. We have this demand here, pushed up from like 21 to 24, came back down, touched it. Go lower time frame, see how it came out of it. 15-minute, definitely buyer stepped in right there. Nice push up. Could have been a nice, almost 5% move. Square, I was trying to chart Square. I don't know. Square's a little challenging. I have kind of a 98 98.30 2-day supply. That kind of sold off, but definitely been weird lately. But same thing, you have that consolidation here. we kind of had that fake out here and then that push up. The kind of lower time frames, they like to fake it out, bring it down a little bit, and then push it back up. Tesla is still holding that 700 very well. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. I gotta help my wife with my son. He's being a problem. Tag get you? You guys are super late. All right, we back. Bye, buddy. Twitter still kind of making its free fall. Upstart. I'm waiting for 60 to look in the long puts right here. Airbnb, nothing. Boeing, a lot of consolidation right here. This is where this was a gap fill right here. I mean, definitely a huge pivot here. Man, if it falls below 113, it's in trouble. Baba. I haven't really looked at Baba lately. Kind of just weird. Had a nice breakdown here, missed that one. And then an overall breakdown from this huge wedge. But this is why I don't really like playing these shapes like this. Look at this. We break down into a demand and we pop straight back up. You know, you play that breakdown, you kind of lose. Chewy, no. CRM, man, this thing is just destroyed. DraftKings, this 15, 16 area was a former support, then resistance. So if we could break above, kind of make it like inverted head and shoulders. I just do it that for reference. Kind of test it, break up, kind of retest it there, and like that. Uh, banks, not really looking into IWM. Not looking into oil. Kind of retesting that breakout. That's very interesting. We finally broke above kind of this 24-hour. That wick here broke above, came down, kind of retesting it. So it can continue up. I don't really like playing oil unless it's like completely obvious. Pins. 4-hour drop, base drop. Hit there. Pretty nice rejection. Came down. Did double bottom on the dot. Low 1832, low 1833. So it didn't make a new low. So that's pretty interesting. I used to love playing pins and snap, you know, when they're way up here. No, it's just hard because they're lower priced. Peloton, no. Right, no. Shop. People made bank off of Shop. And why people looked at it, the only thing I saw was or 3 hour nice move. You know, this is a rally. We based, we rallied. So we based for 6 hours. We had basically the same price. Price was agreed upon for 6 hours. Then buyers came in, pushed it up really strong, came down, tested once, twice, and then another huge strong push up there. And then I told my buddy, I was like, watch 407 for rejection. You want to get in shop? He got into it like 405. I was like, dude, 407. 407 is going to be your spot. Look at that beautiful drop from that 407. TTD. You know, this is kind of like the consolidation. For 4 days, we just been in this box right here. You're just waiting for the break above. Looks like we are getting the break above. Really don't want to play TTD. Oh man, UPS is. This is week. This is why I love supply and demand. Weekly supply and demand. Let's move everything from our charts. Okay. No indicators. Nothing. You have. We trade in a box here, but look, we have. There's. This is weekly. We have weekly demand there, and we rallied. We based here. We rallied super strong. What happens when we got back to that base? We rallied strong again. You could go through, you rally strong again. Kind of I'd have to do like a different time frame from here. We could do, there's that sell-off you have here. We kind of broke above a little bit, but then there's that drop. You still make money there. Then you have a strong drop, base, and another rally. Look at that rally. You want to find these huge candles. You draw this right here. This is on the weekly. Look what we do when we came back to it twice. Once, twice. So UPS, that this is almost picture perfect on supply and demand. So tweet it. I only have 2 viewers. Come on, guys. Where is everybody this morning? It's Friday. Lotto Friday. That's beautiful. Okay, back to it. These not looking into banks. It seems to be holding pretty well here. Mara. Merc. Merc broke that all-time high back in 2000. Almost tested it there. I bet you did. Well, it tested it. Well, it actually broke overnight and dumped hard. That's crazy. All-time high makes it overnight and then just drops hard. That's called manipulation. PFE and then snow. I saw snow yesterday. This was a nice daily demand. 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour. We had strong drop, based, and then a huge push up. This was a really strong push up from here. So you're looking at the base before our strong move to the upside right here at 3507. We tapped that 3507 and then we made another 13% move. So snow could have been good. No, doggy, you gotta go, buddy. Go lay down. That's pretty much it for charting. Um, we do have monthly expirations today, so definitely gonna be tough. Come on, doggies, go. Blitz. Dog's eating the carpet. Okay. We do have monthly expirations, so not sure. That's always tricky, just like quad witching, triple witching, whatever you want to do. But our game plan is, let's see if we come down to that 3922 and bounce and push up. This one's a previous breaker structure. Wonder if it's going to hold here, kind of resistance, 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 resistance. Broke above. Let's see if we can hold it as support and push back up. This is overnight session. Overnight high. So that's our overnight high. We do have kind of a lower time frame demand here, and then we have the 4 hour and daily at 38.93, and then we have this hour supply up here. We're also looking at the fibs from this swing high to swing low, well, recent high to recent low right here. So from 40.95 all the way down to 38.53. You just take your fibs. 0.5 is like 39.75, which is a supply, and then the 0.618 is about 4,000, which is a supply. So these actually line up very well. So definitely watching those. And then not sure if we're just gonna have a kind of an inverted cup and handle. There's your cup. kind of forming a handle, and then the drop. Um, the main thing is to watch this pivot, see how they're gonna do it. They kind of tested it here. They probably weren't strong enough to drop it past that pivot, so they're trying to come up a little bit, grab strong sellers who want to sell up here to bring the price stronger down. Because that's why a ascending triangle. You always want to look at ascending triangles. This is a pretty good example of what sometimes the market wants to do. So price strong up, they come up here, they come down lower to grab more more buyers. They test it, not strong enough. They keep testing. There's a strong seller here, so they're gonna come down, try to grab more buyers, test it again, and then usually it goes like this, breaks above, and then off to the races. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Breaks above, usually retest it. Sometimes they kind of fake it out here. They're kind of testing that. That's what they're doing the whole time. They're testing what kind of sellers they have here. Sometimes they purposely fake it out to get liquidity, get some of these sellers already out of it so they can bring it back up to test it again. You gotta look at, if there's a strong seller here, like this. Let's say he's, the size of the box is how strong he is. He's here, he's this strong. When they get here and get to it, he's getting weaker because his orders are getting filled. Come back up here, grab more buyers. We hit here, we're getting way weaker. Come back up here, and then he just steps out of the way, or all of his orders get filled, but he's overpressured, he's gone. So that's how, ascending triangles. Ascending triangles are one of my favorite patterns. But 9:15, we got 15 minutes. U.S. Treasury yields from 2-year notes to 30-year bonds all hit session lows. Interesting. Traders position for lower stock prices as 1.9 trillion OPEC looms. So 1.